The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Set, ready, mark on the bench. Check, 59. Big stop, D. Big stop.
A first down throw for Kaiser. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Rodgers now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Kaiser to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Here's Kaiser. Daniil Hunter, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. 14, Lions, nothing. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script.
Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Kaiser. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Breaks through the contact. Keelan Cole, the intended target. First quarter, and now... already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Here's Coleman. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ready? Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Stafford. And he'll got it, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Oh, you got deep? Check 31.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Chris Conley, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers is going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
26. Hey, exit.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Vikings! Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
61, match.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Coleman. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times?
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Let's go, baby.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Dancing under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Hey, 5-0. Check 59. Go. 59.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know, the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Kendricks able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. To throw is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's going to be a long day.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's down inside the
Oh, damn!